Hey guys, Matt Robinson here, founder of the Professional Investors Guild. Welcome, what is up? It is so great to see you guys here. I don't know how many of you guys are watching this live, but if you are watching live, we are just a few hours away. The clock is ticking. We're just a few hours away from New Year's. The ball is about to drop, and some of you are probably wondering what in the world I'm doing in my office so late on a New Year's Eve, but don't worry, I'm about to head home here in just a minute. But I wanted to be able to give you one of your first inspirational messages of the new year. And one of the things that people do, it's that annual tradition that happens about this time of year, is that people start making their goals, their goal setting. We call them New Year's resolutions. But the problem with New Year's resolutions, and many of us make them and many of us have failed at them, but the problem with New Year's resolutions is that they never ever work. And the reason why most New Year's resolutions don't work is because people go into them way too passively. It's kind of like, well, I'm going to kind of try to lose a few pounds, or I'm going to maybe work a little harder at trying to get out of debt, or it's just kind of this mamby-pamby thing that don't really commit to, and they don't really go all in and go 100%. So I'm going to give you two main things, okay? These are the two ways that you're actually going to see your resolutions work, and you're going to actually see your goals met. Two things. Listen up. Number one, you got to take ownership, friend. You got to take ownership, okay? You got to understand and realize and recognize that you are where you are because of the decisions that you've made. Now listen, I understand. I've had to face that in my own life. Sometimes that's a bitter pill to swallow, and some of you may be even mad at me because I said that. But the reality is, if you're ever going to change your life, you've got to empower yourself by saying, listen, I'm the one who got me here. And if you recognize that, then you understand that you're the only one who's going to get you out. If you keep leaning on the crutches of the excuses of your past, going, well, I haven't made it because of this that happened, or I haven't made it because that happened. Well, you can hang on to those things for the rest of your life and never really achieve. And if that's you and it makes you feel good and warm and fuzzy inside, go for it. But I'm trying to talk to the high achievers, those that really want to succeed. And those who get out of where they are and get to where they want to go are those that take ownership and realize they are where they are because of the decisions they've made. And the second thing you got to do, number one, take ownership. Number two, this is what you got to do, okay? You got to get mad about it. You got to get angry. You got to be so sick and fed up of where you are and where you've been and about not succeeding and not getting where you want that you say, I'm not going to do it anymore. This is changing. I mean, it's where you get tenacious, you get fed up, you say, I've played at it, I've messed around with it, I've nibbled at the edges, but that's it. This is the year that I'm making it happen. And I'm serious, I'm not mad at you, but I'm just telling you, you got to get that angry. You got to get that fierce about it. If you go and talk to any successful person, you will rarely find one who just kind of passively stumbled into success. It didn't change for them until they got mad. It didn't change for them until they got angry and they got sick and fed up for where they were and said, I'm going to make a change that's going to, impact the rest of my life. I can tell you just a personal testimonial. I've always, done fairly well in business, and I've always been kind of committed to those kind of things. But one place that I struggled a lot in my life was just trying to be fit and to be healthy. And when I was 27, and some of you have heard this story, but when I was 27, I was diagnosed with arthritis. And when I got that, it kind of set me back a little bit. I used to be usually physically active, but the pain, I was in my neck, and the pain started to increase. And so the only way I knew to deal with the pain was to take medication. And unfortunately, the medication created side effects that made me want to take more medication. And the painkillers just didn't do it, so I had to take more painkillers. And before long, I was living in kind of a fog, and I was out of shape, and I wasn't eating well. And finally, I remember the day, because trust me, when you get mad, when you get fed up with the way things have been, and you will not forget that day. And it was Memorial Day 3 years ago when basically I just got fed up. And I said, I'm sick of being sluggish, lethargic. I'm sick of being out of shape. I'm sick of what I look at when I look in the mirror. I'm not happy with myself. I'm not happy with, where I am physically or mentally. I was just, this is it. I am fed up. And finally, because diet is hard to change, it's just as hard to change as anything else. And I finally said, enough is enough. And I committed to not eat sugar and to exercise and work out every single day, regardless of whether I was sore, regardless of whether I was busy, regardless of whether I was tired. I was going to get my workout in. I didn't care what I looked like in a mirror. I just committed to it. I took ownership that it was my fault. I was the reason I was where I was. And after I took ownership, I got mad about it. And I said, I am going to do this. And until you get that mindset, you're never going to succeed at achieving the results and getting the goals, meeting the goals that you set for yourself each and every year. So anyway, I'm not mad at you. Hopefully you're not mad at me, but what you do have to get mad at is at your situation if it's not where you want to be, because that's the kind of ferocious tenaciousness, kind of grind it out and make it happen, that's going to help you get the results. You're not going to passively stumble into the success you want to achieve. So anyway, thanks so much for joining us. You were just a couple hours away from the ball dropping if you're watching this live. And even if you're not watching this live, let me say this to you. I don't care. If it's April and you came across this video, if it's May, if it's June of some year way down the road, you can let your resolutions be today. Let your new year be today. It doesn't matter if it's January 1st or whatever day it is. You commit today. This is going to be the moment that's going to change. You're going to get mad about it, and you're going to go after it. If you are just stumbling onto this video, you don't know anything about the Professional Investors Guild, I would love to give you a free gift, just some resources about our company. You can get that at pigfreegift.com. If you want to follow us on YouTube, jump on over there right now and search us. Just search Professional Investors Guild and you can subscribe to us. Just a quick shout out to a few of our newest subscribers, GB Realty, Jeff Stacy, and Elizabeth Lyons. Great to have you guys on board. But listen up. Don't forget that. Two big things. Take ownership and get angry. And I assure you, you guys are going to achieve your goals for 2018. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.